A judge's order has sent shockwaves through the Roloff family. Matt Roloff, the face of Little People, Big World, allegedly facing arrest, rumors that no one saw coming. Caryn Chandler, once seen as his loyal partner, is now said to be completely finished, banned, cut off, and surrounded by controversy. And in a twist that's left fans speechless, Amy Roloff, the woman who once walked away from the farm and the drama, may have just won it all. Use quick flash visuals, police lights, court documents, Roloff Farms gates closing, Amy smiling in victory. Tease the emotional contrast. Is this the end of the Roloff legacy or the justice fans have been waiting for? For nearly 2 decades, the Roloff name has been a symbol of love, perseverance, and family struggle. But behind the heartwarming stories on TLC, there's a storm brewing, one involving legal filings, family fractures, and rumors of betrayal. What began as a family dream on a 100-acre Oregon farm now stands at a crossroads. Sources close to the family hint at court orders, confidential settlements, and even whispers of law enforcement involvement. In tonight's deep dive, we uncover how everything, from the farm sale dispute to Caryn Chandler's rumored fall from grace, connects to one explosive moment that could redefine the future of Little People, Big World forever. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. When the whispers first began circulating online, fans were stunned. The words Matt Roloff and arrested appearing together in trending hashtags felt almost unbelievable. Matt, the patriarch of the Little People, Big World family, known for his hardworking nature and years of dedication to Roloff Farms, was suddenly the center of a shocking legal rumor that no one saw coming. The alleged story began to surface on social media platforms and LPBW fan forums, where a few anonymous accounts claimed that court records hinted at a judge's order involving Matt Roloff. These unverified claims quickly spiraled into chaos, with fans speculating that Matt may have been detained or facing legal restrictions over issues related to property ownership, tax disputes, or even internal family disagreements. Soon, the phrase Matt Roloff arrested began to dominate online discussions. YouTubers, Reddit threads, and TikTok users began dissecting every possible clue, from his sudden silence on social media to mysterious posts shared by Caryn Chandler and even Amy Roloff's vague remarks about truth always coming to light. According to fan theories, the supposed judge's order might have stemmed from unresolved disputes over Roloff Farms. Longtime viewers know that Matt's ownership of the farm has been a point of contention within the family for years, particularly between him and his twin sons, Zach and Jeremy. When negotiations over buying parts of the property fell apart, emotions ran high. Fans believe that some legal tension may have resurfaced recently, triggering this new wave of speculation. Adding fuel to the fire, certain online tabloids began quoting unnamed sources close to the Roloff family, suggesting that the order in question could be linked to ongoing property development issues. Some even claimed that county officials had raised questions about zoning violations or unauthorized construction related to the new Roloff farm projects, particularly the event venue and the ongoing renovations. While none of this has been officially confirmed, the rumor took on a life of its own. Some fans even started connecting this alleged legal trouble with TLC's silence about the future of Little People, Big World. The network has been notably quiet about the show's renewal status, and the timing seemed suspicious to many. Could the potential controversy around Matt's name be the reason TLC has held back announcements? The ripple effect was immediate. Social media pages devoted to LPBW began to light up with concern and disbelief. One fan commented, "If this is true, it's the end of an era. Matt's been the backbone of the Roloff legacy for nearly 2 decades." Another wrote, "I don't believe Matt would ever cross legal lines, but something big is definitely going on behind the scenes." Others took a more skeptical stance, arguing that the entire story was likely exaggerated or completely false. Some viewers pointed out that Matt has always been transparent about business challenges, often discussing financial struggles and farm issues openly on camera. If something serious were truly happening, they reasoned, Matt would have addressed it directly with fans. Still, even Matt's silence spoke volumes. For weeks, his social media presence noticeably dipped. Posts that once showcased daily farm updates and behind-the-scenes moments suddenly stopped. Fans noticed that even Caryn Chandler, usually active with upbeat lifestyle posts, had gone quiet. Together, this silence only added to the air of mystery and suspicion. Then came a wave of conflicting reports. Some outlets suggested that the judge's order in question wasn't an arrest warrant at all, but rather a legal directive tied to property management, possibly restricting new development on Roloff Farms until certain documentation was cleared. Others went further, claiming the matter involved a personal financial dispute rather than anything criminal. Regardless of the truth, the impact was undeniable. Rumors of Matt's supposed arrest triggered massive fan reaction, and even internal friction within the Roloff circle. Sources alleged that Amy Roloff was furious about how the situation was handled, fearing that the Roloff family name could be dragged through the mud again. Meanwhile, Zach and Tori reportedly chose to stay silent publicly, but were said to be keeping their distance privately, waiting to see how things unfolded. From a production standpoint, the rumors placed TLC in a difficult position. The network has invested heavily in the Little People, Big World brand for nearly 2 decades, and any legal scandal surrounding Matt could jeopardize both future seasons and sponsorship deals. Fans began speculating that TLC might even pause filming temporarily until the truth became clear, a move that could explain the unusually long gap between updates and press releases. As the speculation intensified, one thing became certain. Whether real or exaggerated, the rumor had reignited interest in the Roloff family saga. It reminded fans just how entangled the personal, financial, and emotional threads of this family truly are. What makes this moment so explosive is not just the possibility of legal trouble, it's what it symbolizes. If the man who built the Roloff empire is now facing scrutiny from the law, it signals a deeper unraveling of everything Little People, Big World once stood for: family unity, perseverance, and faith through adversity. By the time the rumor reached mainstream outlets, the line between fact and fiction had blurred beyond recognition. Fans demanded answers, TLC remained silent, and the Roloffs themselves, especially Matt, kept an uncharacteristic low profile. The question everyone wanted answered still lingered in the air. Was Matt Roloff truly in legal trouble, or was this all part of a bigger cover-up tied to deeper family and financial conflicts? As the tension grew, attention turned to Amy Roloff and how she might respond, and what her rumored secret pact could mean for the family's future. As the dust from the shocking reports of a judge's order continues to swirl, all eyes now turn toward one woman, Caryn Chandler. Once seen as the driving force beside Matt Roloff, she now finds herself at the center of controversy that could permanently reshape the Roloff legacy. For longtime fans of Little People, Big World, Caryn's story has always been complicated. She didn't enter the Roloff family as a reality TV star. She began as an employee, a manager, and later an assistant at Roloff Farms. But somewhere between harvest festivals and camera crews, professional boundaries blurred into personal ones. By the time her relationship with Matt became public, tensions were already boiling behind the scenes. Many fans, and even some close observers, believe that the beginning of Matt and Caryn's relationship marked the turning point for the Roloff family. It was during this period that Amy Roloff, Matt's ex-wife, quietly exited the farm, later revealing in interviews that her time there had become emotionally difficult. Viewers couldn't help but connect the dots. Some accused Caryn of moving in too fast, while others argued she was simply being unfairly vilified for loving someone who had already moved on. But now, years later, that same public sympathy seems to have vanished. With whispers of a legal restriction or ban preventing Caryn from participating in Roloff Farms operations or TLC filming, speculation is rampant. Fans point to her abrupt disappearance from recent events, no appearances in farm updates, no photos with Matt at key family gatherings, and a nearly silent social media presence that's left even her most loyal followers confused. Some online commentators have gone so far as to claim that Caryn's business rights or stake in Roloff properties have been legally limited. Whether that's true remains unconfirmed, but her withdrawal from the spotlight has only deepened the mystery. It wasn't long ago that Caryn appeared poised to become the next matriarch of the Roloff brand, co-managing events, overseeing the Pumpkin Festival, and talking openly about future plans with Matt. But now, all of that seems to have evaporated overnight. Behind closed doors, insiders suggest that Caryn's fall from grace wasn't sudden, but rather the result of years of built-up resentment and behind-the-scenes tension. Amy's fans, who have never truly accepted Caryn, see this as poetic justice. Some even speculate that Amy herself may have played a strategic role in ensuring Caryn's exclusion from the Roloff estate's future business dealings. Adding to the intrigue, Caryn's absence comes at a time when TLC is rumored to be restructuring or scaling back production of Little People, Big World. Without Caryn's presence, and with the Roloff family more divided than ever, fans wonder if the show can even continue in its current form. Caryn's silence is what's most striking. For a woman who once shared glimpses of her daily life, family moments, and plans for the future, her social media has gone completely quiet. Not a word about Matt, not a word about the farm, not even a casual post to deny the growing rumors. That kind of silence speaks volumes. Some see it as a strategic move, a wait-and-see approach to avoid fueling the fire. Others interpret it as defeat, a quiet acknowledgement that her time in the Roloff spotlight has ended. And perhaps most telling of all, Matt Roloff himself hasn't come to her public defense. While he's made occasional posts about the farm's operations or family updates, Caryn's name is notably absent. For a couple that was once inseparable, that distance is hard to ignore. Fans who once celebrated Matt and Caryn's engagement are now questioning whether their relationship has quietly fractured under the weight of legal and public pressure. Did the judge's order indirectly separate them? Or is Matt choosing to protect his business and legacy by stepping away from Caryn during this turbulent time? Regardless of what's really happening behind closed doors, one thing feels certain to viewers: Caryn Chandler's chapter in the Roloff empire may be closing. Her rise from farm employee to reality TV star was meteoric, but her apparent fall has been just as swift and far more mysterious. As we move forward, questions remain. Is Caryn's silence a calculated pause before a public comeback, or the final curtain call on her involvement with the Roloffs? And more importantly, what will this mean for Matt's future, and for the farm that has stood at the heart of this family's legacy for decades? The next section dives even deeper into Amy Roloff's rumored secret pact that may have quietly set the stage for Caryn's downfall and reshaped the future of the Roloff family once and for all. When the dust began to settle around all the Roloff family drama, the lawsuits, the farm feud, and the endless online debates, one person quietly began to rise above it all: Amy Roloff. Once seen as the heartbroken ex-wife left behind in the shadow of Matt and Caryn's romance, Amy has transformed her story into one of resilience, grace, and triumph. For many fans, Amy's journey represents the ultimate comeback. After decades of building her life on Roloff Farms, she walked away not just from the land, but from years of emotional weight. Selling her share of the farm was painful. Fans remember the tears and tension, but in hindsight, it marked the beginning of her rebirth. Away from the farm's controversies and constant comparisons, Amy began writing her own story again. She poured her heart into new projects, reconnected with her audience through social media and her cooking ventures, and built a beautiful life with Chris Merrick, the man who helped her rediscover happiness. Their marriage, celebrated by both longtime Little People, Big World viewers, and new fans alike, became a symbol of healing. While Matt and Caryn's relationship faced growing scrutiny, from business rumors to online backlash, Amy's image only grew stronger. Her honesty, vulnerability, and grounded nature have made her the moral victor in the eyes of many. Fans often comment that while others chased fame or control, Amy focused on peace, authenticity, and love. Her journey hasn't been without challenges. She's been open about moments of self-doubt and the struggle to start over after a long marriage. But every public appearance, every smile beside Chris, and every candid message to fans reinforces that Amy has truly found her freedom. Social media tells the story vividly. While Caryn has pulled back from public engagement, Amy has become more connected than ever, sharing updates, recipes, and heartfelt reflections that fans adore. It's this transparency that has rebuilt the bridge between Amy and the audience. She's not just a reality TV figure anymore, she's a role model for resilience. In a way, Amy's win isn't about property lines, fame, or financial gain, it's about peace of mind. She's shown that stepping away from the chaos doesn't mean defeat. Sometimes it's the only path to victory. Many fans see her life now, surrounded by love, laughter, and purpose, as proof that she was right to walk away when she did. Even amid the latest controversies surrounding Matt's alleged legal troubles and Caryn's rumored downfall, Amy has remained composed. Her silence speaks volumes, a calm, dignified contrast to the turmoil around her. It's no wonder fans have begun calling her the comeback queen. In the grand story of Little People, Big World, Amy Roloff's chapter stands out as one of transformation. Once cast in the role of the hurt ex-wife, she's rewritten her narrative entirely, as a woman who lost everything familiar, only to gain everything that truly matters. Her triumph isn't loud or flashy, it's steady, heartfelt, and deeply human. And in a world full of chaos, that quiet strength might be the biggest win of all. The aftermath of these shocking developments has left fans wondering, what does this all mean for the Roloff legacy? For nearly 2 decades, Little People, Big World wasn't just a show. It was a symbol of family unity, perseverance, and the power of love over difference. But now, that once proud family brand faces uncertainty unlike ever before. The Roloff name, once synonymous with wholesome values and heartwarming life lessons, is now being pulled in different directions. With Matt facing public scrutiny following rumors of a possible legal issue or arrest, Caryn withdrawing from public life, and Amy reclaiming her independence, the family dynamic that made the show beloved by millions feels fractured. Fans are split. Some say Amy has emerged as the heart of the family once more, while others fear that the damage done to the Roloff image may be too deep to repair. Meanwhile, TLC's silence is deafening. The network that built the Roloffs into household names hasn't released any official statement regarding the controversy. Production insiders, however, have hinted that filming schedules have been quietly delayed, a possible sign that the show's future is hanging in the balance. Viewers online speculate that TLC may be rethinking its investment in Little People, Big World, especially if legal disputes or internal tensions continue to mount. Some longtime fans believe that the end of the show could be near. Ratings have fluctuated in recent seasons, and with family divisions widening, it's unclear whether a unified Roloff storyline even exists anymore. Could this be the final chapter in the family's reality TV journey? Or will TLC pivot toward a new direction to preserve the Roloff name? There's growing talk about spin-off possibilities. One popular theory is a show centered entirely around Amy Roloff's new life, her marriage with Chris Merck, her cooking ventures, and her growing online influence. Amy's fanbase has remained remarkably loyal, and her authenticity continues to resonate deeply with viewers who feel she represents the emotional core of the original series. A spin-off focusing on Amy's world, her resilience, her love story, and her second act could breathe new life into the brand while distancing it from recent scandals. Another theory centers around Zach and Tori Roloff, who have built their own social media empire independent of TLC. Their vlogs and family updates already attract massive engagement online. Many believe a YouTube-based reality series or digital docuseries could become the modern continuation of the Roloff story, one told on their own terms, away from network interference. Then there's the possibility of a reboot, a fresh, reimagined version of Little People, Big World featuring the next generation. The Roloff grandchildren, including Jackson, Lila, and Josiah, are already fan favorites. Viewers have grown attached to their adorable personalities and milestones. A family-focused reboot following their lives as they grow up could introduce the Roloff legacy to an entirely new audience. However, it's also possible that TLC may choose to close the book entirely. The network has weathered scandals before with other long-running shows, and sometimes the cleanest solution is to end things quietly rather than risk further backlash. For many fans, though, the thought of saying goodbye to the Roloffs after nearly 20 years feels almost unthinkable. If this truly is the beginning of the end, then Amy's recent resurgence could serve as a fitting full-circle moment. She started as the heart of the show, the mother who held everyone together, and in a way, she might finish as the one who restores dignity to the Roloff name. Whether the family continues on television or retreats into private life, one thing is certain: the Roloffs have already made television history. Their story, filled with triumphs, heartbreaks, and deeply human moments, has touched millions. But as this new chapter unfolds, fans can't help but ask, is the Roloff legacy evolving, or is it slowly slipping away? And perhaps that's the real question at the heart of it all. When fame fades and family fractures, what truly remains of a legacy built on love, struggle, and reality? What a whirlwind this has been, a saga of love, loyalty, betrayal, and survival that has once again shaken the Roloff family to its core. From Matt Roloff's rumored legal troubles and the shocking whispers of a judge's order, to Caryn Chandler's downfall and Amy Roloff's unexpected rise as the fan-favorite comeback queen, the journey has been nothing short of dramatic. The emotional highs and lows remind us that fame doesn't shield anyone from real-world consequences. The Roloffs, once America's picture of resilience and unity, now stand at a crossroads. The scandals have tested their family bonds, their business empire, and their relationship with the public. And yet, through all the heartbreak and confusion, one truth stands out: the Roloff legacy still matters to millions. Fans continue to hope for healing, redemption, and maybe even a fresh start for a family that has shared their lives so openly for nearly 2 decades. As this chapter closes, we're left wondering, will this be the end of Little People, Big World as we know it, or the beginning of a brand new story? One thing's certain: the Roloffs' impact on reality television and their fans' hearts isn't going away anytime soon. And as always, this is the story that's got everyone talking. Stay tuned, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next one.